What if I told you that attraction isn't built on how much you give, but on how much you leave unsaid? That the man who gets chased isn't the loudest in the room, but the one who disappears just enough to be unforgettable. Today, you're going to discover a psychological blueprint that flips the script. Why women chase the man who never needed to chase them in the first place. Most men operate on one flawed belief: if I give her more attention, she'll like me more. But in the psychology of attraction, this is one of the fastest ways to lose value. Over-validation, over-availability, and emotional predictability create a sense of emotional saturation. And with it comes boredom. You become the nice guy, predictable, safe, and forgettable. In reality, attraction isn't about being there all the time. It's about being missed. There's a reason some people are impossible to forget. They've built psychological architecture in your mind. A woman is most drawn to a man who becomes mentally significant, not because of what he says, but because of the mystery he holds. This is the Zeigarnik Effect in action, a psychological phenomenon where the brain fixates on the unfinished. Reveal too much, and you resolve the puzzle. Reveal just enough, and you become a mental itch she can't stop scratching. Scarcity creates value. Humans are wired to crave what's scarce. The more certain something is, the less value it holds. If you're always available, your presence loses its meaning. Strategic withdrawal, knowing when to step back, creates emotional tension. You're no longer just a man. You're a mystery, an unsolved equation. And the brain hates an incomplete equation. Understanding female emotional voids. Many women, just like men, experience emotional voids. Validation. Am I enough? Excitement. Can I feel alive again? Escape. Can I forget my pain? Conquest. Can I win something others can't? When a man subconsciously fills one or more of these voids, he becomes psychologically indispensable, not by pretending, but by understanding and mirroring back the experience she craves without giving it away too easily. Emotional intensity and intermittent reward. Let's talk about intermittent reinforcement. It's why gambling is addictive, why cliffhangers keep you binge-watching, and why some men become irresistible. A woman doesn't crave constant positivity. She craves emotional intensity, peaks and valleys, laughter followed by mystery, connection followed by distance. When your presence becomes a story, unpredictable, vivid, layered, she'll start chasing the experience of being around you. Social proof. When others admire you, your value multiplies. This is social proof, and it's silent, yet powerful. A man who is respected, celebrated, or even mysteriously discussed in his social environment becomes a subconscious prize. Women don't just desire him, they want to be chosen by him, because the world already said, this man matters. Authenticity over tactics. Now here's the truth. Most dating coaches won't tell you these principles. They're not tools for manipulation. They're reflections of inner excellence. A man who is confident, focused, and emotionally aware naturally becomes mysterious, scarce, and desirable, because his life is already full. He doesn't need to play games. He simply pursues his purpose, and in doing so, becomes the man others chase. Chase yourself first. In the end, the woman you're trying to impress isn't impressed by attention. She's drawn to meaning, to depth, to mystery, to the story that hasn't been fully told. The more you chase yourself, your purpose, your values, your mission, the more you pull others into your orbit. This is the paradox of attraction. When you stop chasing others and start becoming the best version of yourself, they begin chasing you. Because the rarest man is the man who doesn't need to be pursued. So remember, it's not about tactics or tricks. It's about becoming the man who embodies depth, mystery, and purpose. The rest will fall into place. And if you're ready to dive deeper into the science of masculinity and influence, stay tuned.